Oh, hey, did you see that? Oh, wait. Of course you didn't see that, because it happened before the video started. But you'll notice I got a new camera. Well, it's not new, it's just a different camera. That last one, if you watched the last video, it really didn't work out. It had good picture, but the microphones, I just don't know what was up with them. Yeah, it was not good. It took forever to figure out what it was I was saying in that video. And I didn't know the microphones were that bad until I had it on the computer trying to upload it, and I couldn't even hear what it was. So I decided, you know what? Other people are using a phone. I'm going to use a phone. So here we are. And I even have this fancy little clicker thingy that makes it so I can start and stop the video instead of trying to reach my hand in front of everything. It's a lot better. Hopefully it just gets better from here. Anyways, welcome back to As I Understand It, the show where we talk about things as I understand it. Obviously, that's going to be a running gag throughout the whole thing, I'm sure, at least for a while. I don't know what's going to happen with it. So here we are. This one's working a lot better, and I have plans to get better still. So that's where we're at. Anyways, a little tidbit for today. How many of you, if you think back through life, have ever run into something where things just were not going your way? I mean, look at this. I'm starting out with a camera that barely recorded any sound coming out of it, and trying to come up with content for videos. It's rough. I didn't know how rough this would be, but it's rough. And I'm sure if you thought back on moments in your life where you just looked at whatever it was you were trying to do and just could not figure out why it was you were doing that. Maybe you were trying to go to school for something and that just would not work out. You couldn't get financing right. You couldn't get the class schedule lined up. Whatever the reason. Maybe it was your job. You were trying to get a different job, and for some reason that job just would not work out. Any number of things could have happened in your life. Maybe you were trying to procure something and you just could not get it to work out. We all go through that all the time. And the world would have you think that if things get tough, you're doing something wrong. And normally it's whatever it is you're trying to do is the thing that's wrong, not how you're trying to do it. And they would have you quit and go for something a lot easier. And a lot of people do. And sometimes that might be the right thing to do. And sometimes it's not the right thing to do. Sometimes you gotta roll up your sleeves and get to work. Start trying to do stuff the hard way and just get through it. So how do you know which one it is? That can be a really tough thing to figure out. And as I understand it, there's not so simple, but pretty direct way to figure things out. And that is, if you're looking at whatever it is you're trying to do, and you can see the light on the other side, it might be the way you need to go. And it's just going to take a lot of work to get there. But if you look at whatever it is you're trying to do and all you can see is just more dark and it's just getting darker the deeper you go, that's probably a good sign to turn around. Go do something else. Because in the grand scheme of things, if God doesn't want you doing something, there's going to be walls. Lots of walls. And they're going to get harder and harder to knock down the farther you go. But sometimes you got to have the roadblocks. Not to stop you, but to teach you. Sometimes you got to figure out how to climb. Sometimes you got to figure out how to go around or go under. Sometimes the roadblock just looks like it's there, and all you have to do is just go through it. In any case, the roadblock is there to teach us, not to stop us. Think of how many times you made it through a roadblock, only to get to the other side and feel the victory of success. That's a good feeling. And if you look back, you could probably see that light, that finish at the end of the tunnel. And you could see how that light kept shining on the path whenever that path could be seen, and it guided you to the end. It's not so easy to see sometimes, I'll give you that, but it's there, and it can help us out. So next time you feel like you're in a hard spot, look around for that light. It's probably there, and if it's not there, you better turn around and go find someplace where it is, because not everything is meant to be easy, and not everything easy is meant to be worth it. Just remember that. So keep going for those things that are worth it. It could be tough. It could be easy, but it more than likely will be tough. I'm going through this whole video channel thing, and it's tough, but I can see the light on the other side, and I hope you can too. So if you found this useful and you want to see more like it in the future, I'm still trying to put them out. So maybe you want to hit that subscribe button. I'm not going to push you for it. You hit it if you want. But I hope you continue to like the content that I'm putting out there and find it useful, because that's why I'm here. I'm trying to help people think of a different way or a new way, or maybe even just feel that someone out there thinks the same way they do. So thanks for joining me today. You have a good day, good night, good weekend, good wherever it is you're at and whatever it is you're doing, because you're all worth it. Love y'all. See you later.